you make it?
Hey guys, welcome back to another pregnancy update. It has been kind of a long time since my last one. I think I did one at 8 weeks and then I've just been updating you guys through the vlogs a little bit. But today I am officially 12 weeks, so this is a big milestone and I figured I might as well document it. I'm really excited about hitting this. I feel like, I don't know why I feel like it's a milestone, but maybe because 12 weeks is when a lot of women wait until they're 12 weeks to announce to family and friends. And obviously with our circumstances, we did it way earlier just because being on YouTube and everything, which is totally fine. But I feel like that's why it's like a milestone. So I'm really excited to say that we woke up today, checked all our apps and everything because it was the start of the new week and baby is officially the size of a plum, which is honestly mind-blowing. Like, it is just so crazy and impressive to think of how much they grow and how quickly. I swear it wasn't even that long ago that we were just starting this and seeing that baby was the size of a poppy seed and now it's a plum. Like, it's just mind-blowing. This pregnancy has been kind of interesting for me in the sense that it feels like time is going by really slowly. Like, it feels like each day is really slow, but then every time I hit a new week, I'm like, whoa, what just happened? Like, I swear I just hit the last week. Like, how did we get here already? And now to say that I'm already almost done the first trimester, like, I can't believe that. That's so crazy to me. And it feels like only just yesterday we were announcing this pregnancy to you guys, but really it's been quite a while. So I have some notes on my phone so that I keep on topic of the few things I wanted to talk about. So another important thing that did happen this week, or I guess a week ago exactly, was that I stopped my progesterone in oil injection. We did it!
You did it!
The last PIO shot, you guys.
You're so good, babe. Oh, I'm so proud of you for getting through all these.
We did it! And if you guys know, I had chatted a bit about it before, but I was really nervous to do that. It felt like the PIO was really, you know, supporting this pregnancy for all this time, which is what it does, right? That's the whole point. So to stop it was kind of nerve-wracking. Although I knew, you know, the logic behind it, that I don't need it anymore, that my body's taken over, the placenta's taken over, that, you know, everything's good, and the doctor wouldn't tell me to stop if they didn't think it was okay. So I just started thinking about the positives of it, which really is only one positive, which is that I don't have to have a giant, huge needle in my backside every night. So we've officially been 1 week needle-free, and that is insane because I have literally had a needle in some part of me for like 3 months straight or something like that, or 4 months straight. So it is nice to not have the added stress or pain of a needle anymore. Not that they were that bad, honestly. Now that I'm done, it wasn't terrible. If you're starting progesterone, you're worried, just know from the other side, it's doable, it's manageable. So after stopping the progesterone, it was kind of weird. A couple days after, I think my body was, you know, adjusting to all of a sudden not having that extra progesterone, and so I think I was like leveling out. Anyways, this week my nausea has been a little bit more than it has the whole first trimester, and I threw up for my very first time a few days ago. So it's kind of funny because I wasn't sure if I was gonna like make it out of the first trimester without throwing up, but it's totally fine. But it was kind of interesting to me that it happened after stopping the PIO. So I'm not sure like if I'm gonna get that relief soon, like people usually do when the first trimester comes to a close, or if it's just starting for me, I don't know. But it's so far not horrible. Like I said, it's just kind of there, like in the background, and every now and then I'll like feel a little worse, but then every now and then I'll feel a little better. So if that makes any sense at all. A big thing for me these past couple of weeks is that my clothing is just so uncomfortable. I do not want to put on clothes. I would much rather honestly walk around naked every day, but I can't. So I am just wearing like loose fitting clothing. I did get a couple pieces of maternity stuff that you guys saw in the vlog, which is awesome, but because they're cute, they're not so much like lounge stuff. So I did order a few things off of Old Navy, just some like maternity leggings, because even just wearing leggings is so uncomfortable like my regular ones. So I'm excited for that stuff to come in so that I can just like breathe and be a bit more comfortable. As for symptoms, I think they're pretty much the same as they have been this whole like first trimester. There's exhaustion, like I will, like even after getting showered and blow drying my hair and putting clothes on, I was like so tired and I had to go sit down for a minute. And it sounds so funny, but it's true. Like any little thing just like takes your breath away. And that's another thing. Yeah, like losing my breath sometimes too. So exhaustion, when I get up like from the couch or from the bed or something, sometimes I'll get lightheaded or dizzy. So I have to take it slow. I have definitely frequent urination. I am peeing quite frequently. And one reason is definitely because I'm drinking a ton of water. I just am like thirsty all the time and I want to stay as hydrated as possible. So I am drinking a lot of water, but I'm definitely peeing more than I would have normally, I think. And that means getting up in the night too, and sometimes more than once. My emotions have definitely been higher. I am a bit sensitive right now. And yeah, so that has been kind of interesting for the household altogether, but I think it's totally normal. And I'll explain a little bit in a second some of the reasons why I've been emotional. And then the last symptom is like breast soreness or tenderness. It has pretty much only really come after stopping the progesterone, I think. Yeah, like today has been maybe my more sensitive of days. As you guys know, because of some of the things that are going on in this pregnancy, I am on sort of like a modified bed rest. I'm supposed to be avoiding physical activity, and something that I've noticed with my body, with my SCH, is that when I am walking, like barely even at all, I'll have a bleed. So I have basically nixed out walking altogether until my ultrasound will tell me that things are clearing up or what, I don't know. So it has been really hard on me because I've been really cooped up. I've been stuck in the house pretty much for months now, and is kind of like cabin fever and just feeling kind of lonely and stuff like that. So that mixed with the hormones and like being emotional has been a bit hard. And maybe that's part of why I haven't been picking up the camera and vlogging as frequently, just because I'm just stuck at home and I feel like that's boring for everybody to watch. So I just don't pick up the camera as often. And Kayla's been away a lot, so I feel like then it's boring and it's just me. So anyways, that's something that's definitely on my mind a lot, is just that like feeling of being cooped up and not like experiencing things. Like it's almost like I'm pregnant, but the world doesn't get to know because I don't leave the house, if that makes any sense at all. Now my belly, my bump is definitely growing. Sorry, I think it's a little dark. Let me brighten it up. That's better. My belly is definitely growing. It is kind of, it's hard to say because it still like looks the same as maybe my stomach was a couple weeks ago, but it's this big morning and night, like whereas before it was just mostly at night, like when it was a bit more bloated, that I would notice a stomach, but now it's like throughout the day. I'll show you the belly shot at the end when I like change the camera angle and stuff, because it's hard to do on the bed. So something that is coming up is a ultrasound this week, and that's for the nuchal translucency scan. And if you're not familiar with it, it's part of like a first trimester screening. It is optional, but it basically measures the back of the neck of the baby, and something about the measurement can give you an indication and a risk assessment of certain chromosomal abnormalities, for example, Down syndrome. So because of our little bit of an increase of risk that we have because of other things, we are going to be doing that. And as much as I am nervous for that ultrasound, I am really excited for it too, because it will be the first ultrasound where baby's going to look like a human being. Like before our ultrasounds, it just looked kind of like a jelly bean, and one of them you could see like a bit of the head and a bit of the limbs, but this one will be like a proper baby in there. So I'm really excited for that. I'm also really excited just to know either way and get a clearer idea of what we're going to be doing going forward. I think the results from this scan will help us figure out if we're going to the high risk OB, if we're staying with the midwife, if we need to do further testing, like the blood test, the genetic test, or what. So I am looking forward to just being more in the know, or being able to say, okay, let's move on then, everything's fine, let's move forward and just stop worrying about everything. So that ultrasound is on Friday, so if you want to keep us in your thoughts, we would not oppose, because it'll be a nervous day for us. So I wanted to end this video with some things that I'm really excited for coming up in the upcoming weeks, because I think it's really good to see the positives and everything and try to look forward. So one thing I'm excited about is feeling like flutters or the first movements of the baby. I don't know when to expect that. Like different people say different things, especially if it's their first baby or their second baby, like how early they feel it. But I'm really excited for that first time that I can feel like baby moving around. So that will be really fun. Of course, I'm excited to watch my bump grow. At the 12-week mark, really all of the organs and everything is formed. So all of that energy that I was putting into the pregnancy was to like create actual human life. And now we're starting to get to the point where it's about like growing the baby and gaining weight and becoming, you know, bigger. And so that means my bump is definitely going to start growing as well. And I'm really excited about that. The other thing I'm excited for in the near future, I guess, is finding out the baby's gender at the anatomy scan, and that will be really cool. I don't know, we don't have it booked yet, so I don't know like when we'll find out. I know some people can go like earlier, like 18 weeks, and some people end up going like 20 weeks. I'm gonna push for the earlier, but I'm really excited about that. And Caleb and I have to figure out what we want to do for like the gender reveal. We're trying to decide if we want to have like a little party get together or just do it just us two or what. But either way, we will be sharing with you guys, as we told you, as literally like as soon as we can, because it'll be too exciting to keep to ourselves. Yeah, so I think that's really everything that I have to update you guys on, I think. So I guess I'll just end it with a shot of the baby belly bump. The baby belly bump. Why did that sound so funny? The baby bump of my belly. You know what I mean. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade. Feels like things are gonna